Hi, I'm Melissa with Mix in Some Magic. I'm a Disney planning expert and I'm here to mix a little magic into your day. Each week I share Disney vacation planning tips, park strategies, and a little bit of Disney history sprinkled in. Of course, I like to include lots of Disney magic. Join me, let's mix in some magic. Hello everyone, welcome back to Mix in Some Magic. Thanks for being here. I am excited because today we're going global. That's right, we're going to virtually hop around the world to explore the very best of every Disney park on the planet. And I'm really excited about it. If you're like me, you've probably dreamed about visiting every Disney park around the world. Maybe you've even started checking a few off of your list. But today we're going to talk about all of them, the best of the best at each Disney park around the world. So I'm really excited about that, especially since I am prepping for my second attempt at visiting Tokyo and going to the Disney parks there. That is happening in the fall, if all things align. I'm hesitant to get excited about it since it fell through last time, but I'm feeling more confident as we're getting closer and I'm doing the planning process. But before we jump into that, I want to talk about Halloween time at the Disneyland Resort because it is happening really, really soon. And I know for a lot of you, myself included, starting to talk about Halloween time in July seems a bit early. But Halloween kicks off on August 22nd, and I know there's a lot of you out there planning your Halloween time visits to Disneyland, so we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it early. I wish that Disney didn't start Halloween time in August, but there's so many people who want to visit and experience Disneyland during this really popular holiday, so they have to just start it earlier. I feel every year it's a little bit earlier. I don't know. There's a lot of exciting things happening though, so we're going to talk about them briefly. I'm not going to go into it all too much because I have a video that I'm making that's going to come out soon about that. But I just wanted to touch on some of the highlights happening at Disneyland during Halloween time because if you are not planning a visit, if you don't have anything booked yet, then there's still time. You can definitely still book. There are hotels available. There's still a few Oogie Boogie Bash tickets available. And actually, I didn't book Oogie Boogie Bash tickets for this year. I was kind of on the fence about going, and I waited, and the date that I could have gone in September is now sold out. And now I'm having buyer's remorse. I'm like, oh, not buyer's remorse, because I didn't buy any tickets. I'm just having plain old remorse. Because now I'm feeling like I'm going to miss out, and I really want to go, so I might go in August. I'll be there and there's a date still available. I was just looking at it today. I need to make a decision today. If I'm going, I need to buy it and just start making the plans. So I'm so on the fence. I want to go, but I'll probably just buy it. I will. I know I will. Why are we even talking about it? I just need to buy it and start making the plans. But here's a few things that you can expect at Disneyland during Halloween time. There's going to be the characters on Main Street dressed in their Halloween costumes, and they are so cute. Every year they change the outfits, the costumes, and this year they're kind of like this purple green theme. It's really cute. It looks like Minnie's a witch, and Mickey might be a wizard. They're pretty cute. So you can expect Halloween decorations everywhere. The famous pumpkin on Main Street, the giant Mickey pumpkin, and the characters will be there. Also, Oogie Boogie Bash. That is a separate ticketed event, and it's held over at California Adventure Park. There are still some dates available, so if you wanted to go, if you're like me and have held off, then you still could. There is going to be Paint the Night still during Halloween time. I know a lot of people have wondered about that. That will be happening during Halloween time over at Disneyland, so you'll still be able to see that parade. There is a parade that's a Halloween parade that only happens at Oogie Boogie Bash, which is one of my very favorite parades. It's one of the reasons I love Oogie Boogie Bash so much. So if you want a Halloween parade, you're going to have to go to Oogie Boogie Bash. But they do have lots of other things that are included in Halloween time that you don't have to have an Oogie Boogie Bash ticket for. It's just Halloween general stuff that is happening in both parks, and it is included with your regular park ticket. There's Halloween Screams, that is the Halloween firework projection show that's awesome. There's Haunted Mansion Holiday. So Haunted Mansion is going to be taken over by Jack Skellington. So that will be happening beginning August 22nd. There's the Main Street Pumpkin Festival, where there's just tons of jack-o'-lanterns all around Main Street, and every single one is different. They're all really cute, and they're fun to check out. Over in California Adventure Park, they are going to be doing the World of Color Happiness 70th Celebration show, so you can still watch that as part of the 70th celebration. They're going to have Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark. I love that. At about 3 p.m., I think, or maybe 4, don't quote me on that, then the regular Guardians of the Galaxy changes over to Monsters After Dark, and there's a new song and a new video to go along with it. It's really fun. Then over in Cars Land, it is completely decked out for Halloween time, and it is so fun, so cute, and just pure magic. Love that Cars Land at Halloween time. Over there, they have 2 little mini ride overlays. There's Luigi's Honkin' Halloween, and there's Mater's Graveyard Jamboree. Really, they've just kind of changed the music to make it more Halloween-y, but it's still fun. Also in Cars Land, the cars, some of them, like Mater and Lightning McQueen, they're going to be in their costumes, so that's pretty fun. And they changed the Disney Junior show to Mickey's Trick and Treat, so that's pretty cute. They also have specialty dining, and they have tons of Halloween food. I've got a printable over on my website. I'll put a link down below in the show notes if you want to check that out. But there's tons of fun stuff happening at Halloween time. One thing that is happening that I have to tell you about is the return of the Oogie Boogie Bash VIP tour. So this is a VIP tour that is exclusively for Oogie Boogie Bash. Let me tell you about it, because I read about it and I was like, man, that sounds amazing. And I think I might do it. I think I might. Let me read you what you get first. And then you're going to be in my exact same place where you're like, man, that sounds like a really great thing. And then I'll tell you the price. And then you might change your mind like I did. Anyway, the VIP tour for Oogie Boogie Bash lasts for 8 hours. And it goes over the Oogie Boogie Bash time. So you can begin as early as 2:30 p.m. It's up to 8 guests in the party. So you can have up to 8 people. It includes event admission, so include your Oogie Boogie Bash tickets. Now, if you happen to already have purchased Oogie Boogie Bash tickets, then they will refund you for your Oogie Boogie Bash tickets. It gives you up to 2 complimentary alcoholic beverages per guest age 21 and over, and they give you, expedited access to select treat trails and Villains Grove, exclusive VIP character meet and greet, reserved VIP viewing of Frightfully Fun Parade, souvenirs, exclusive VIP tour Oogie Boogie Bash pin, an exclusive Oogie Boogie themed VIP tour treat bag for every member of your party, and valet parking at the Grand Californian for up to 2 vehicles. So I was like, that sounds pretty good. I could go on a VIP tour for the Oogie Boogie Bash. How fun would that be? I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can make this happen. So it's a flat price of $7,500 on all dates August 17th through September 28th. And then it goes up to $9,000 on all dates September 30th through October 31st. And I read the pricing and I was like, ugh, that's a lot of dollars. But still, I was like, if I got 7 friends together and we went at the cheaper time, then maybe I could make it happen. And still, this is like my delusional Disney brain trying to do girl math over here. I got out my calculator, and if I had 7 other friends, we would each have to pay $937.50 plus tip, because you're supposed to tip your VIP tour guide. Quickly, I was like, no, that's not happening. Not happening. It's not in my budget. I'm just going to have to do the regular VIP No, not VIP at all. The regular Oogie Boogie Bash. And it's going to be just as good, right? Probably just as good. Anyway, I get excited about stuff like this all of the time before my wallet tells me to just settle down. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Anyway, Halloween time is probably my favorite time to visit the Disneyland Resort until the holidays start, and then the holidays are my favorite time. Can't pick between the two of them because they're both so different and so fun. So there's still time to book your trip. I'm going to put info to Getaway Today where I highly recommend you purchase your tickets and hotels because they have the best rates and always have discounts on hotels and tickets, and they're really great to work with. So I'll put their info down below so you can check that out. Let's take a little break, and when we come back, we're going to talk all about Disney parks around the world, highlights from each one, and I'm really excited. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Mix in Some Magic. Hey friends, quick break. If you're like me and love a good story, then you need to check out Audible. I've been listening to some amazing audiobooks lately, everything from Disney history to behind the scenes memoirs, and Audible has it all. Whether you're driving, cleaning, or just trying to escape reality for a bit, it's the easiest way to mix in some magic. See what I did there? You can try it free and see why I'm obsessed. Just click the link in the show notes to start your free trial with Audible and support the show while you're at it. Okay, real talk. If you've ever dreamed about turning your passion into a business, or you already have a business and want to take it to the next level, you need Shopify. It's the all-in-one commerce platform that helps you sell online, in person, on social, and basically anywhere your customers hang out. Whether you're selling Disney-inspired ears, handmade candles, or digital downloads, Shopify gives you the tools to make it happen. And the best part is, you don't need to be a tech wizard to make it look amazing. I've partnered with Shopify so you can try it free. Just click the link in the show notes and see how easy it is to launch or grow your own shop. Your dream biz is literally a click away. Welcome back. Now, before we dive in, full transparency, I have only visited the US-based Disney parks, Disneyland in California and Walt Disney World in Florida. So I am not an expert by any stretch of the imagination on any of these other parks because I have never been to any of them. But like I said, I am heading to Tokyo Disney this fall, and I've been deep in research mode. So I'm not going to be able to share my personal experiences with any of these parks outside of the US, but I have been doing research on all of them, and so I've picked out from the wealth of knowledge on the internet, top attractions, top treats, things like that. So we're going to talk about all of them and some of the things that make them different from the US-based parks. So if you happen to have a bucket list with these parks on them, then this will just help you add to it. Things to do, things to eat, things to ride. I don't know, maybe this will spur you on to start planning that dream trip to Tokyo or Paris. All right, let's jump in. Of course, we have to start with the first Disney park that started it all, my very first Disney love, Disneyland. In California, it opened in 1955, and this is the only park Walt Disney himself ever walked through, which is pretty special, I think. You can really feel that personal touch in every corner, especially on Main Street, USA. Now let's talk about the best ride. Obviously, this is completely subjective. Everybody has their own thoughts. But for me, I'm going to say Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Peter Pan. There's something just so fun about Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, especially at night. And Peter Pan is just a classic for me that I love. I love the nostalgia of it. It's one of my very favorites. Honorable mentions, though, we have to talk about Indiana Jones Adventure. This one is amazing. And did you know that it cost over $100 million to build back in the 90s? That's more than it costs to build the entire park in 1955. So crazy. Also, honorable mention for me, Haunted Mansion, because it's so good, and Pirates of the Caribbean. Now let's talk about best snack. A lot of people go for churros. I don't really get excited about churros. Sometimes the specialty churros that they have around holidays or Halloween time are good, but for me, I don't get super excited about churros. I do love the red rose macaron, or really any macaron. I think they're all delicious. I love the cream cheese pretzel. That is so good. And I love trying all of the different seasonal treats. So those are my top. A lot of people like the Mickey beignets, but can I tell you a little secret? I think the ones from the Jazz Kitchen in downtown Disney are better than the Mickey beignets at the Mint Julep bar. But I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying. Oh, and also a Dole Whip. Okay, I gotta move on from this, or I'll keep thinking of things to add. But let's talk about hidden gems at Disneyland. And the number one thing that pops out to me is Walt's lamp. So I'm sure you know, but Walt's lamp is above the firehouse in Main Street. That's where his apartment was. His apartment that he actually stayed in. Like, he stayed there with his family. He spent a lot of time there when Disneyland was under construction and when the park first opened. And now they leave Walt's lamp on in his memory. And I don't know, it's just really special, and you're only going to find that at Disneyland because that's the only place that Walt actually stayed and lived for a time. So that's pretty cool. There's so many hidden gems around Disneyland. It's hard for me to pick just a couple, but I also love Snow White's grotto. That is exclusive to Disneyland. That's over to the right of the castle, and it's this quiet, beautiful, kind of overlooked space. It has the wishing well, and I really love it over there. So overall, the Disneyland vibe is nostalgic. It's intimate because it's so much smaller than the other parks. It has soul. I'm serious. It really does. You're walking through Disney history, and it's, to me, the perfect size because you can literally park hop over to California Adventure Park in 90 seconds or less. Now we got to talk about Walt Disney World in Florida. Walt Disney World is an entirely different beast. It's massive. Like, it's its own city. You've got 4 parks, 2 water parks, over 30 hotels, and like a boatload of transportation options that may or may not get you to your lightning lane on time. But there's so much going on over at Walt Disney World. I travel there a couple times a year usually, and I still feel overwhelmed by all of it. But every time I go, I like it more and more and more. Not more than Disneyland, but I like it more each and every time. There's just so much that it has to offer. So let's talk about each park. We're going to break it down. Magic Kingdom, best ride. I'm going to have to say Tron because it is so good. And that's one that you can only find over at Walt Disney World. I love Tron. If you don't know, you should really look it up. Amazing. Best treat at Magic Kingdom, for me, I love the Dole Whip that has the coconut Dole Whip, and you can swirl it with the pineapple. So good. I love that. And I also love over at Sleepy Hollow, there's this little stand that they have waffles, and they have this kind of like a waffle flop over. That's not what it's called, but it's like a waffle, and they put Nutella on it and fruit, and then they kind of flop it over, and it's really delicious. Now, fun fact, the park is actually kind of on the 2nd floor because the utilidors, which are tunnels that run all underneath Disney World under the Magic Kingdom, those are for cast members and moving vehicles and people and things like that. Those are all underneath, which is kind of cool. Next park at Walt Disney World is Epcot. And number one ride for me over at Epcot has to be the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride over there. Now, it's not new. I mean, it's new-ish, but it's Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. It's nothing like the Guardians of the Galaxy in California. It's just amazing. It's really hard to explain. It's like a roller coaster, but not a roller coaster. And anyway, very, very good. So much fun. Best food over at Epcot is really hard to pick. I would say the festival booths, because I love that they have all these different festivals. My favorite is the Flower and Garden Festival, but really it's just fun to go, even if you're not going to a festival, to go and eat your way around the world, because they have all of the pavilions in the World Showcase and they all have different things to eat. I do like the caramel shop in Germany. That has a lot of yummy things. Now, hidden gems, I think probably the Japan pavilion for me. And maybe that's just because I have Japan on my brain, but there's so many things in there. There's so many cool things and shops. And there's even a place inside the Japan pavilion where you can pick an oyster, like a real oyster, and they will open it up for you. And there's a pearl inside, and then you can have it made into a necklace. So cool. My girls have done that before and they loved it. All right, let's go to Hollywood Studios. Best ride over there for me, I'm going to say Rock and Roller Coaster. So fun, so different than anything we have over at Disneyland. But I have to do a special mention to Tower of Terror because it's just so nostalgic and classic. I don't like it as much as I like Guardians of the Galaxy at Disneyland, but still, there's a nostalgic factor that goes into riding Tower of Terror. It's pretty fun. Let's see. We probably do have to talk about Toy Story Land over there because it is really, really cool. I'm going to say that Toy Story Land is pretty awesome. Maybe not as good as Cars Land at Disneyland, but Toy Story Land's pretty amazing over there at Hollywood Studios. And bonus, they have some really awesome shows over there at Hollywood Studios. Fantasmic is pretty good, maybe better than the one we have at Disneyland. And I love the Indiana Jones stunt show. Okay, last park at Disney World, Animal Kingdom. Best ride, and not even a contest for me, is Flight of Passage. Worth the hype, worth the wait. I love it so much. So amazing. I also think honorable mention, well, I have to say Expedition Everest because it's awesome, but honorable mention goes to Navi River Journey also, and I know a lot of people skip this ride or think it's stupid because it's just really a relaxing boat ride through the world of Pandora, but I love it. I love the music and the colors and just everything there is to see. I think it's so, so magical. Hidden gem has to be, I would say, Gorilla Falls Trail because I really love it. It's quiet, it's shady, and you get to check out animals along the way. I think that's pretty fun. Also, the Tree of Life has over 300 animals carved into it. You got to see it at night. It glows. It's amazing. And the more you look at it, the more you see. Very, very cool. That's it for Disney World, right? Yep, I got all 4 parks. So now we're going to move over to a territory that I am not as familiar about, but I am just as excited about, and that is the international parks. First, we're going to go with Disneyland Paris. This park opened in 1992 and had a rocky start. There were cultural differences and economic recession didn't help, but it has since become a favorite among many Disney fans, especially for its stunning design. Now, people love Phantom Manor. This is not your typical haunted mansion. It's darker, it's more story-driven, and ties into the lore of the Frontiersland Thunder Mesa. I don't know how because I've never been on it, but that's what people say, and you'll find nods to Western ghost stories and even The Bride from the classic mansion, but with a spookier twist. Also, Ratatouille, The Adventure, people love that. It's a 4D trackless ride where you scurry through a Paris kitchen, Remy the Rat. This is also in Epcot, but Paris had it first. As far as best snacks, people say the croque monsieur is really delicious. Classic ham and cheese sandwich with a French twist. Or I've also heard, and I cannot speak French, so I'm going to say this wrong, but you can have an elaborate sit-down meal at Auberge de Cendrillon in Fantasyland. And people say that's really amazing too. Now, a hidden gem and something that really makes Disneyland Paris stand out is you guys, I can't even say it. It's the dragon. There's a dragon underneath Sleeping Beauty Castle. full-size animatronic dragon that actually moves and snarls. And I think a lot of people walk by it because they don't know he's there under the castle, but that is one of the things that I'm so excited to see someday. So Disneyland Paris, the overall vibe is romantic and artistic, and I think it has one of the most beautiful castles in all the Disney parks. It's Sleeping Beauty's, but with a European flair and kind of dreamy stained glass windows. Even the walkways are detailed with mosaics and carvings, and it just seems like this park is where fantasy gets extra fancy. All right, next we're going to do Shanghai Disneyland. This is the home of the newest Disney park. It opened in 2016. This park is all about scale and technology. Imagineers went all out to design it for a new generation of Disney fans. Now, the best ride, people say, and I have watched videos of this on YouTube and looks so amazing, is Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for the Sunken Treasure. This isn't just a ride, it's a cinematic masterpiece. It's huge projection mapping, massive ride vehicles that rotate and glide, and effects that make you feel like you're sinking underwater or being shot out of a cannon. It's often ranked as the best Disney ride in the world. No lie, that's what people say. And man, I am so excited to try this someday, but I got to get to Tokyo first. Best snack, people say the Mickey-shaped scallion pancakes are amazing. Also, the roast duck pizza, I don't know. That's what they say. I'm willing to try it. There's some unique features like Treasure Cove, which is an entire land themed to Pirates of the Caribbean, complete with ships, water shows, and Jack Sparrow meet and greets. So the overall vibe of Shanghai Disneyland is expensive, modern. The Enchanted Storybook Castle is their castle, and it's the largest Disney castle ever built, and it represents all the Disney princesses. So it's not just one princess's castle. It even has a walkthrough story, a restaurant, and a boat ride underneath it. Yeah, under the castle. So cool, right? Oh, I gotta go there someday. Next up is Hong Kong Disneyland, which opened in 2015 and is known for its smaller size, but don't let that fool you because people love this park. Best ride, people say, is Mystic Manor. Think Haunted Mansion, but without ghosts, and instead you get magical artifacts and a mischievous monkey and a musical score by Danny Elfman. It's trackless, visually stunning, and completely original. Plus, people say it has a super awesome backstory. I don't know. I gotta go ride it and find out. Best treat, people love the pineapple buns at Main Street Bakery. They sound delicious. They also have unique seasonal treats like sweet potato flavored soft serve ice cream, which I think sounds pretty good. I would be totally willing to try that. Hidden Gems is the Garden of Wonders. It's an optical illusion space inspired by ancient artifacts where you can snap cool photos that kind of mess with perspective. So the overall vibe for Hong Kong Disneyland is chill, friendly, with shorter lines, beautiful mountain views, and frequent refurbishments and additions. It's a great park to take your time in and relax. And they've just completed a new Castle of Magical Dreams, which honors multiple princesses in one design. Okay, let's talk about Tokyo Disney Resort. This one is really on my radar. You should see my Instagram feed. It's just filled with videos of people at Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. So those are two parks, all at the Tokyo Resort. And if you ask which park is best, then people who have been there, they hands down always say Tokyo Seas. It's like the crown jewel. But let's start over in Tokyo Disneyland. So people love Pooh's Honey Hunt over there. It's one of the world's first trackless rides and still one of the best. I guess each ride is slightly different and it really makes you feel like you're inside the 100-acre wood. I can't wait to try that. There's also one that I'm excited about called Monsters, Inc. Ride and Go Seek, where you use a flashlight to spot characters. It's interactive, looks adorable, and unique to Tokyo. Now, when you're at Tokyo Disney, people always talk about the popcorn. They have all different flavors of popcorn that you never would even think of. So they have soy sauce and honey and curry and even garlic shrimp, which I will not be trying. Not the garlic shrimp. That sounds awful. But people love to try all these different flavors of popcorn. So I'm looking forward to that. Now let's talk about Tokyo Disney Sea, which is the best of the best. It's themed around nautical exploration. And honestly, to me, it feels more like Disney Epcot meets Adventureland in a really good way. That sounds weird, but that's the vibe I get, although I have not been there. But people say the very best rides are all over in the new Disney Springs section, where they have a Peter Pan ride and a Rapunzel ride. And what's the other one? It just totally slipped my mind. Anyway, they have 3 rides over there that people say are so amazing. They have a restaurant called the Snuggly Duckling over there that's Rapunzel themed. This is everybody's favorite part of Disney Seas right now because it's the newest and has some really amazing things. I'm excited to check that out. They also talk about Journey to the Center of the Earth, which it's this thrilling themed ride and has a lava monster, and everyone comes out of it saying, that's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me. What was that? But I loved it. So can't wait to check that out. Let's see. There are honorable mentions. There's a 2000 Leagues Under the Sea attraction. People talk about the gondolas in the Mediterranean harbor and the Fortress Exploration, which is a walk-through playground castle hybrid type thing that's unlike anything in the US. So I feel like there's really great attention to detail in this whole park, which I really love. I love that. And I am really just excited to experience all of it. So let's do a little wrap up. This is from the internet. This is what people say, but very best castle of any of the Disney parks, people say Disneyland Paris. Best ride overall of all the Disney parks, people say Shanghai's Pirates, hands down. Best food, they say Tokyo has the best food. Most immersive land is Galaxy's Edge, Cars Land, or all of Tokyo Disney Seas. And the park that I'm most excited about, obviously, is Tokyo. So excited. Oh, but it's just so intimidating to travel internationally and all of that. I'm trying to wrap my brain around it. It's a lot. But I'm going to be okay. I know I am. I'm so excited, though. I'm a mix between so excited and so terrified. There's just a lot that goes into it. But now that I'm planning it and actually working through all of it, then I'm just getting more excited. All right. That was quite a trip all the way around the world. Thanks for traveling with me. If you visited any of the international parks, especially Tokyo, then I would love to hear about it. Send me a DM on Instagram or leave a comment. That would be awesome. If you have any tips for Disneyland Tokyo, I would love to hear them. If this episode got you dreaming of a Disney trip, don't forget to check out my travel partners at Getaway Today because they have incredible deals and they make it super easy to book. I'll put my affiliate link and all of the information down in the notes below. Thank you so much for listening. I will be back next week for Patreon listeners. Thanks for being Patreon members, all of you who are. I appreciate you so much, and I can't wait for next week's episode. We are going to be doing kind of like a deep dive into places at Disneyland that you can't go. The general public doesn't get to go. We're going to talk about Club 33. We're going to talk about the Dream Suite. And we're going to talk about what's behind a lot of those windows and doors on Main Street, plus what's at the top of the Matterhorn and a bunch of other things. I'm really excited. So Patreon members, that is happening next week. For everyone else, I will see you in 2 weeks. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for listening. We'll talk soon.